If you're thinking about cutting the cord, your local ABC, CBS, Fox, NBC, and PBS stations are probably among your must-have channels. The good news, you can get those channels without a pay TV subscription. But the bad news, unless you have an antenna, it'll cost you. This is the reason why federal law allows the major broadcasters to charge pay TV operators, so cable, satellite, and live TV streaming, to carry their channels. That explains the broadcast TV fee that you may have seen on your cable bill. And it also explains why Locast, a free streaming service that provided access to locals, was sued by the major broadcast networks, and its shutdown in late 2021 has left cord cutters scrambling for cheap ways to watch local TV. In our video today, I'm going to share with you the best ways to watch local TV without cable. Let's get started. Number 1, get an antenna. And I know this is not an option for a lot of you, so I'm just going to spend about 30 seconds talking about antennas. Stick with me, there's more to come. If you live close to broadcast towers, an antenna is the best way to pick up your local stations because it's only a one-time cost for the antenna. And after that, you get a lifetime of free TV. I've got a Mohu Leaf indoor antenna. You can watch my separate review video to see how I set up this antenna in my home. Now, indoor antennas like this one work best in cities and some suburban locations, but for homes in more rural settings, an outdoor antenna is the way to go. You can check out Tyler the Antenna Man's channel for details. Number 2, sign up for a live TV streaming service. YouTube TV, Hulu Live, DIRECTV Stream, those are just 3 of the live TV streaming services that carry local network stations. Now, I refer to these as Cable 2.0 services. They offer bundles of cable networks plus your local ABC, CBS, Fox, NBC, and perhaps PBS stations for about $70 a month at recording time. Now, the benefit of these services over cable is that you don't have a contract. Now, be aware that not all Cable 2.0 services carry your local stations. Sling TV is one of the more affordable options, but it only offers Fox and NBC stations in select markets. No ABC and no CBS. So before you sign up, enter your zip code on a service's website to confirm the channel lineup. Now, $70 a month, that is really steep, especially if you only care about those local stations. It may be enough to get you to explore antennas further, but I've got some more creative solutions coming up next. Number 3 is Paramount Plus. And Paramount Plus, formerly CBS All Access, is a streaming service that has a mix of both on-demand and live content. Most of the content is on demand from a variety of Paramount-owned networks. You see them here. But if you pay for the premium plan, $9.99 a month at recording time, you get 24/7 access to your local CBS station. The cheaper plan, $4.99 a month, only offers some live coverage, such as the NFL on CBS. Moving on to number 4, and that is Peacock. You can think of Peacock as NBC Universal's version of Paramount Plus, but there is a significant difference with Peacock. The service does not offer 24/7 access to your local NBC station. Peacock does simulcast NBC on occasion for its premium subscribers. And Peacock Premium members can also stream current NBC shows the day after they air. Now to number 5, Hulu, and my recommendation is changing. And for years, Hulu has been my substitute for a DVR because it's made many network TV shows available the next day. But Hulu is having to pivot away from that strategy and focus more on original content. And here's why. Starting in the fall of 2022, new episodes of NBC Universal shows will no longer be available to stream the next day on Hulu. Instead, they'll be available on, you guessed it, NBC Universal-owned Peacock. And although Hulu struck a deal for out-of-season episodes of Fox shows, the streamable reports those series will also be available free on Tubi. That is the Fox-owned service with a growing library of shows. Now, if you care about ABC, know this: Disney controls Hulu, so it does remain the primary streaming home for next-day episodes of shows that air on the ABC broadcast network. So the bottom line is that with streaming rights so spread out, Hulu is no longer one-stop shopping for network TV shows. But if Hulu brings back its Black Friday deal, 1 year of service for only 99 cents a month, you may want to keep it on your list anyway. Number 6, network apps. With so many streaming services, I rarely use the network apps anymore, but they do provide some free content to watch, and I do have one exception. The problem with the apps for ABC, CBS, NBC, and Fox is that not everything is free. Lock icons like this one indicate that you will need a pay TV subscription to sign in. Now that could be your cable, satellite, or one of the live TV services that I mentioned earlier. But one network app that I really do like is the PBS Video app. It is free and a great way to stream your favorite programming from PBS. You can get more content with PBS Passport, $5 a month, but why not start with the free version? We made it to number 7, local news apps. And if you're just looking for your local news, there are apps like News On and Haystack News that provide content from local stations across the country. But if you've got only one favorite station, I would skip those apps and first start with your station's website. That's because most stations will let you watch newscasts live from a computer or your smartphone, and some of them even have their own apps to stream to a TV set. For example, here's the app from Miami station WPLG that I downloaded for my Roku. And there are lots of places to find national news, including replays of the popular morning and evening broadcasts. Pluto TV is a great place to start, and yes, it is free. You can also follow your favorite local and national news sources here on YouTube. Look here, NBC Nightly News uploads its entire broadcast to YouTube. And one more option that I want to address in this video, it's called Puffer. Puffer is retransmitting the over-the-air broadcast TV signals as part of a research project for Stanford University. After signing up, you can stream ABC, CBS, Fox, NBC, PBS, and the CW. Since this is a research project and a not-for-profit service, there are limitations, like only 500 people can watch Puffer at any given time. Plus, it's unclear at this point when the research project will be completed. Now to my key takeaways, and if you cannot set up an antenna, think about the content that you watch on the major broadcast networks and try to find streaming alternatives. Here's a recap. Local stations air lots of news. I already mentioned where you can find the news. If it's network sitcoms and dramas that you enjoy, look into affordable services like Peacock, Paramount Plus, and even Hulu Basic. Syndicated programming is a bit more complicated. If you watch shows like Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune every night, a live TV streaming service may be your best bet. It really depends on the channel that airs those shows in your city. And the major networks also broadcast a lot of sporting events, including the Super Bowl. In this case, you may decide that it is worth paying for a live TV streaming service like YouTube TV or Hulu Live. Remember, no contracts, you can cancel at any time. A lot of people tell me they would be happy to pay $20 a month for a streaming service that only has their local stations. But unfortunately, I do not see this happening, at least not in the near term. And that's because the companies that own the broadcast networks also control many cable channels. So while paying for 100 channels when you only watch 10 of them doesn't really work for us as consumers, it does work for the bottom line of these major content companies. Learn more by clicking on the video on your screen right now, and I'll see you over there.